One of the secrets to scoring high in the OET writing is using appropriate language. You need to be able to use passive effectively in order to do this. Watch this video where I give you my quick guide to how to use it. Let's go! Hello, I'm Jo from Specialist Language Courses. We are OET Premium Preparation Providers and OET All-Stars. And if you're looking to ace your OET exam, you have come to the right place. But before we dive into today's video, make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel and be sure to check out our website, the link's below, to see how we can help you with your OET preparation. So, are you ready? Let's begin. When do we use the passive? So we use it when the event or the action is the main focus, not the person doing the action. Look at this sentence. The doctor referred him for further physiotherapy. This is an active sentence. It focuses on the doctor and their action. Now look at this. He was referred to the physiotherapist for continued rehabilitation. This is a passive sentence. The focus is not on the person who made the referral. It is more important what was done, the action, instead of who did it. We form the passive by using the verb to be in the correct form, plus the past participle of the action verb. And the object, the person or thing receiving the action, becomes the subject. Let's look at some more sentences. Can you find examples of the passive in these sentences? And we have was admitted and will be discharged. The passive is used because it focuses on the actions instead of who did them. Look at the same information written in active voice. The hospital registrar admitted Mr. Jones on the 24th of June 2023 after a motorcycle accident. He underwent surgery and his doctor will discharge him today. This sentence provides information about who did the actions, which could either be assumed or is irrelevant to the focus of the letter. It isn't as effective and is less focused on the action. You may have noticed that undergo in the first sentence is not in passive. The verbs undergo and present with cannot be used with the passive. So you can't say he was presented with shortness of breath. You need to say he presented with shortness of breath. This is because the patient presents himself. No one is doing the action for him. Remember, the passive is formed by the verb to be in the correct tense and the past participle of the action verb. Let's look at some examples of the passive using different tenses. Can you identify what the tenses are? Ms. Jones has hypertension for which ramipril is prescribed. The present simple is indicated here by the use of is. Mr. Smith was admitted to the emergency department with severe lacerations to the left leg. Here we can see this is past simple passive by the use of was. She has been referred to the dietitian for advice on her diet. This is present perfect passive, and it uses has been and referred as the past participle. He will be reviewed by the surgeon in 6 weeks' time. Here we have the future passive with the use of will be and the past participle reviewed. Remember, it's the verb to be which changes the tense. The action verb is always in the past participle form. Let's do some practice. Let's have a go at completing some sentences. Pause the video and decide how to complete these sentences using passive in the correct tense. Write your ideas in the comments below. And here are the answers. Number 1, he was admitted to the hospital on the 15th of December. We know we need to use past simple passive here because the action and the time have finished. She has been reviewed by the physiotherapist and has some exercises to do at home. The present perfect passive is used here as we know she has the exercises to do now. The review has results in the present. Her staples will be removed in 2 weeks' time. So for number 3, we need to use future passive here, indicated by the time phrase in 2 weeks' time. Mr. Johnson still experiences some pain for which paracetamol is prescribed. The present simple passive is used here because it's still true and it's a habit or routine. Let's see if you can spot the errors. Read the sentences and decide if you think they are correct or incorrect. Let me know your ideas in the comments. Okay, number 1 is correct and it's an example of a modal passive with must. Number 2 is incorrect. It's missing the verb to be. It should be Miss Lee was admitted to hospital with acute abdominal pain. Sentence 3, also incorrect. It should be, please wait here. Mrs. Kennedy is being treated for shock and minor cuts and abrasions. Present continuous passive is used here to show that the treatment is happening now at the time of speaking. Number 4, the biopsy was taken yesterday. The sentence is correct. We use past simple passive because it was yesterday. And number 5 is incorrect. We can summarize the sentence more effectively by writing one sentence and using the passive. For example, Mr. Douglas has been diagnosed with kidney stones. So let's take a look at some OET case notes and see how we might use the passive there. The important information here is that a referral to a trichologist was made, not who made the referral. We can also see that the cause of hair loss was not found. So we could express it by saying, he was referred to a trichology specialist in March 2014, but no etiology was determined. Here we have what medication was prescribed and then later stopped. This is the information that the reader needs to know rather than who prescribed and stopped the medication. So we could say something like, a steroid cream was prescribed, but later this was discontinued due to adverse side effects. Now look at the next section. Which information could you express using the passive? In the case notes next to March 2019, we can see that another referral was made to a counsellor. The focus needs to be on the action and the outcome. How could we express this information in our letter? We could say, in March 2019, he was referred to the school counsellor, but he did not attend the meeting. In your self-study, why not take a look at some case notes? You can decide what information could be expressed in passive, write some example sentences, and check with the sample letter. Let's look at an extract of the previous case notes now. Can you find the examples of passive in this letter? And here they are. They all describe important information about what was done in terms of referrals and what medication was prescribed and discontinued. This is the important information, and using passive helps focus the reader's attention on the events and outcomes rather than who did the action. Here are my top tips for passive. Practice writing passive sentences. Use the case notes. Make a note of where the passive could be used. Focus on the action and outcome rather than including information about who did it. And use sample letters to notice effective use and understand why the passive is used. Okay, for a bit of extra practice, listen to this sentence. A physiotherapist reviewed him in hospital. Can you transform that sentence into passive? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want more help with your OET, do check out our website, the link's below. We've got great subscription packages and one-to-one lessons, so do check us out. And please like and share this video so we can help more people achieve success in the OET exam. That's it for now, but I'll see you in the next video. Bye! You need to use appropriate language to score highly in grammar. No. What did I say? Hello, my name's Jo, and let's take a look at something now. I'd like you to change this sentence into passive and write it in the comments below. I've forgotten the sentence. Woo! Phew, I was recording. Okay.